and welcome back to KRankin's kitchen, and I am in my mother's kitchen again. And today I'm bringing back the blender, and I want to show you how easy it is to make wholesome, fresh soup in very little time with very little ingredients. And as well, since this is a cooking blender, we will be putting raw vegetables in the soup, and the cooking blender will cook it and blend it very, very smooth. I'll take you through the recipe, put in the ingredients, and we'll let the blender blend and cook, and then we'll come back and see the end product. Like and subscribe. I plan to post more videos like this. And of course, you know that I'm a consultant with Pampered Chef, and would love to have you host a party or become part of the business and be my partner. And maybe in future episodes, I'll talk more about that. But you know that if you host a party and you have $200 worth of sales, you can get the blender and any other things in our product line for half price. So, tomato basil soup. So what we have, this recipe is right from the book. The book comes with the blender, has lots of recipes on soup, jam, alternative milk, like I've done in a past episode, and all kinds of nice recipes that you can make in the blender. The tomato basil soup, it has a 1/4 cup of vegetable broth. It has half an onion. It has 2 Roma tomatoes. Now these are raw tomatoes and these are raw onions. As well, we're going to be putting in the liquid and a can of diced tomatoes with the liquid in, a little bit of garlic and some salt. Then we're going to let the blender go, and then the basil is going to come at the last. Now, I could not find fresh basil. So what I have is in the supermarket, you can get frozen herbs, which I find very convenient, because a lot of times I'll buy herbs and they'll spoil before I use them all. So let's get to it. So first we put in the 1/4 cup of broth, and then we put in the Roma tomatoes or plum tomatoes, half an onion, and as you can see, I didn't cut this very much, I just quartered them. I don't have, I'm using garlic from a jar, so 2 cloves of garlic, the can of tomatoes with the liquid, and just put a little bit of salt in there, and that is it for the ingredients other than the basil. So I'm going to put the lid on. Again, the blender will not work without the lid on, so that's a safety feature. And we'll just dial through the settings to the soup setting, and then we just turn it on. So it'll take about 20 minutes for this soup to be done and hot and ready for you. So it's a really, really good recipe to have a fresh soup on a cold day. It's wonderful. I love soup myself. And so when we come back, we'll put in the basil and we'll pulse it a few times, and I'll show you the consistency. Hi, and welcome back. The soup is finished, and it has done its cycle, and you can see here that it says end. I have some frozen chopped basil, which I get at the grocery store, and I'm going to just take the top, I'm going to cancel that, and I'm going to take just one piece of frozen basil and plop that in the top. Put this back on. And we're going to pulse. And that should do it. So I'm going to move the blender and take the top off. I'm going to pour some of it into a bowl and show you how smooth this is. Whoops. Give it a spoon. Does my assistant want to try? Look how smooth that soup is. And it is hot and warm and fresh, and our tester is going to test it. It's delicious, isn't it? It's hot. So again, I plan to do more of these videos. So like and subscribe so you can follow along, and I promise I'll do more than the blender. I'll have other demos that I will do. Again, my name is KRankin, and I'm Pampered Chef Consultant. And like I said, I'm not a salesperson, but I really like to use really good tools, and I like to cook, and I like to eat, and this is a great way to do it. So contact me if you'd like to host a party or if you'd like to join me in the business. Thank you.